The story begins in a city that has been completely destroyed, with demons slaughtering all the humans there. We see a little girl whose mother is lying lifeless on the ground beside her, and she is terrified as she spots one of the demons. After that, we shift to a high school where our protagonist, Yuki, is cleaning the classroom with two of his friends. He is very upset because he's doing all the work alone while his friends relax and rely on him. He eventually gets angry and yells at them, telling them that he wants them to clean just like he's doing. One of his friends then jokes that Yuki is an expert at cleaning, and that's why they depend on him. As they look out the window, they see the girls who are always late for school. These girls have superpowers because they ate a peach from a demon dimension called Motto. This fruit only affects girls, while boys experience no effect at all if they eat it. Yuki feels very frustrated when he sees them because he doesn't have any superpowers. Then, a classmate asks him for help to sew a button back onto their shirt, and Yuki skillfully fixes it using a sewing kit he always carries with him. His friends are amazed at how many skills Yuki has, and he explains that his older sister taught him everything. Since boys can't gain the power of the peach, his sister taught him to cook, clean, and other household skills. After the school day ends, Yuki goes to a job agency to look for work so he can feel more valuable. But he is always rejected, leaving him feeling useless in life. As he walks home, a thick fog suddenly surrounds him, and he can't see anything. Suddenly, he finds himself in a strange place and realizes he's in Motto. He quickly takes out his phone to check a guide on what to do if someone finds themselves in Motto. We learn that Motto is a demon dimension connected to Japan through a gate, and it's filled with the most powerful demons. While reading the instructions, a giant demon suddenly appears behind him. By pure chance, Yuki manages to avoid the demon's attack and immediately runs to hide. However, he ends up at a dead end, surrounded by demons. In desperation, Yuki throws a rock at a demon to scare it away, but it only makes the demon angrier. The demon is about to attack him, and Yuki feels that his life is over. Suddenly, another large demon appears to defend Yuki. On top of this demon is a girl controlling it with magic spells. The girl is shocked to see a human in Motto and says that Yuki is incredibly unlucky to have been attacked by demons right after arriving there. The girl then draws her sword and starts attacking the demons. She is very powerful and manages to kill many demons. However, the demons eventually kill the demon she was controlling, and she is forced to fight again. Afterward, she approaches Yuki and tells him not to be afraid because she will protect him. She introduces herself as Kaioyuka, the captain of the 7th squad of the Demon Extermination Force. Yuki notices that more demons are gathering around them. He tells Kaioyuka that the situation is becoming more dangerous. Kaioyuka then uses magic to control one of the demons and instructs Yuki to ride on its back so they can escape. They flee, but the demons chase after them. Just when Yuki is terrified because the demons are getting closer, a vehicle suddenly appears and shoots down the demons with a magic cannon operated by a girl. We then see 3 girls, Kaioyuka's assistants from the 7th squad. Kaioyuka asks about the situation, and they report that they have already searched the surrounding area and found no other survivors. Kaioyuka then orders them to expand the search to ensure no one is left behind. One of the girls uses her searching magic to scan the entire area and detects a large group of demons heading toward them. Despite this, Kaioyuka orders them to continue the search while she handles the demons. Her assistants then use their magic to fight the demons. One of them transforms her arm into a cannon and destroys the demons, while another grows into a giant and crushes all the demons in sight. We learn that the peaches only grow in Motto, and only girls gain extraordinary powers after eating them. Yuki is amazed to see the demon slayers in action for the first time. Kaioyuka's assistants find a young child whom they rescue, but as soon as the child regains consciousness, they search for their older sibling and cannot find them. We return to Yuki, who is now receiving some advice from Kaioyuka on what to do if someone encounters danger. He is told that he should run and hide wherever he can until a demon slayer, Balek, finds and protects him. Suddenly, they see a giant demon attacking a little girl. As Yuki looks at the girl, he realizes she is the same child who had been running around with her sibling when he was still in the city before arriving here. Immediately, Kaioyuka commands the demon she controls to rush forward and save the little girl. However, Kaioyuka is frustrated because the demon she's controlling can't follow her commands quickly enough. Its movements are too slow, and while Kaioyuka manages to kill several demons, the little girl starts running. Yuki quickly chases after her to protect her from one of the demons, but Kaioyuka arrives faster and kills the demon before they are harmed. After that, she creates a powerful magic barrier to prevent any demons from approaching them and tells Yuki that the barrier is temporary and will disappear soon. We then see Kayuka talking to herself, saying that if she were alone, she would have already killed all the demons. But with these two people beside her, they've only become a huge hindrance. She recalls a time in the past when all the girls mocked her during training. At that moment, she had vowed to become the strongest leader of the Demon Slayer group. Afterward, Kayuka approaches Yuki and asks for his name, then tells him that she needs his help to get out of there. Yuki feels happy because, for the first time, he feels he has a purpose in life. He tells Kayuka that he's ready to do anything. Kayuka honestly said that she had decided to make Yuki her servant and control him. Yuki was shocked, his mouth agape, unable to understand what was happening. Then, Kayuka asked the little girl to close her eyes so she wouldn't be scared by what was about to happen next. After that, Kayuka grabbed Yuki by the neck and said she would give him immense power to help him kill all the demons. Yuki, confused, asked how he could kill those demons if he didn't have any superpowers. Kayuka responded, "Don't worry, leave this task to me." At that moment, Kayuka's assistants were puzzled about what she was going to do to Yuki. As soon as Kayuka put her hand into Yuki's mouth, we saw Yuki lift into the air, filled with immense magical power. Afterward, he transformed into a giant demon with legendary strength. Naturally, the little girl and Kayuka's assistants couldn't believe what they were seeing. Even Kayuka was surprised by his appearance and strength, saying she never imagined Yuki would become this strong and formidable. Then she commanded Yuki to use his power to kill all the demons. Without hesitation, Yuki immediately attacked the demons, easily destroying them. Kayuka directed his movements to ensure he didn't get hurt. Yuki moved incredibly fast, unlike the other demons Kayuka had previously controlled. After they successfully killed all the demons, they took the little girl back to her brother. However, they were shocked to see the demons begin to merge into one giant demon. Once again, Kayuka ordered Yuki, "You can do it, destroy that giant demon." Yuki swiftly flew toward it, and when the demon hurled a huge rock at him, Yuki destroyed it with ease. He then flew toward the giant demon and split it in two. After that, Kayuka cancelled the spell on Yuki, returning him to his normal form. Kayuka's assistants urged that they should leave quickly before more demons came. But Kayuka said, "You all go ahead, there's something important I need to discuss with Yuki." Of course, we couldn't hear the conversation because it was very secretive. Afterward, Kayuka's assistants successfully rescued the boy and girl, and took them out of the dangerous area. Later, Kayuka spoke to Yuki and said, "If any of these demons enter our world, there will be many casualties. My life's goal is to become the strongest warrior and kill all these demons. With you by my side, I can achieve that goal, and we can destroy all the demons in this region." She also praised Yuki for bravely risking his life to save the little girl without fear. Yuki felt proud and said, "Finally, I have a purpose in life. I will become a powerful hero and kill demons to protect the city and humanity." Yuki continued, "I never imagined my life could change in an instant. From an ordinary worker to a powerful being with legendary strength to kill demons and save humans. I know I will face a very difficult life full of risks, but I will be well prepared." Suddenly, Yuki found himself in front of a bridge leading to the headquarters of the Demon Slayers. The building looked strange and ancient, and he was surprised to see it in such a dangerous area. Kayuka said, "Don't worry, there's a powerful magical barrier around this place, so no demons can enter." Yuki was very excited and said, "Finally, I will become a member of the legendary Demon Slayer group." Once inside, they met Kayuka's assistants, who reported that they had returned the children to their families. They then asked Kayuka what she was going to do with Yuki. Kayuka replied, "I've decided to make Yuki my personal bodyguard." One of the assistants was shocked and asked, "What are you saying?" Kayuka answered, "While we're fighting demons, he will be my servant. But once we reach home, he will become my personal bodyguard." Naturally, Kayuka's assistants were confused because a boy would be living with them in a house full of women. Kayuka said, "I'm glad you're good at cooking and cleaning." Yuki, who once felt he had a wonderful dream, now felt heartbroken. His eyes welled up with tears, and he said, "Wasn't I supposed to be a member of the demon-filled villa? They told him that men couldn't possibly join us because they don't possess magical powers. They said to him, 'Come on, hero, wash all our clothes and clean this house.'" Then we see Yuki return to his main task, cleaning the house until it sparkled. After he finished, he was shocked when one of the demons suddenly appeared from underground and tried to attack him. However, the barrier surrounding the house prevented the demon from entering. Then a girl named Nemu from the demon villa appeared and reassured him that he was fine and didn't need to be afraid. She said that the area they were in was often inhabited by more demons than other regions in Matu. She explained that Matu is very large, like Tokyo, and divided into 8 locations. She also mentioned that each region has its own way of killing demons. Yuki commented that it seemed like Matu held many secrets he didn't yet know. Suddenly, he saw the same flying demon appear nearby and said, "Aren't we supposed to finish them off when they show up?" The girl replied that this demon was very weak and didn't affect them. Then, suddenly, the demon was instantly killed, and the girl, whose hand had transformed into a firearm, was the one who killed it. She said to Yuki, "Stop complaining and quickly prepare dinner." Yuki began cooking for them, and when they tasted it, they loved his cooking and praised him as a skilled chef. However, Yuki felt very frustrated and said, "I want to be a hero, not a housewife." He reminded Kaioyuka that she had promised to help him fight so he could become a hero with great power. However, Kaioyuka told him to focus on household chores and not to talk too much. When Yuki tried to argue, one of the assistants transformed her hand into a sword and put it to his neck, ready to kill him. Kaioyuka stopped her assistant and told Yuki, "Follow my orders and don't argue if you want to live peacefully with us." Afterward, we see Yuki cleaning one of the watchtowers and hearing a strange noise, unsure where it came from. It turns out that Shushu, who has the ability to shrink and enlarge her body, was watching him and said she was there to monitor Yuki's behavior. She asked Yuki to tidy up his room, reminding him that he was their servant at home. Yuki then went to his room and tidied it up. When he came out, he saw Kaioyuka training her assistant in combat. Kaioyuka said that her assistant's attacks were too slow and needed to be faster to easily kill demons. Of course, Yuki was shocked by Kaioyuka's strength. Suddenly, a demon appeared outside the barrier, and Kaioyuka immediately flew toward it, attacking it with great speed, demonstrating how to fight demons. With a single kick, she defeated the demon. Yuki was both shocked and terrified by Kaioyuka's power. Then, a soldier named Nai said they were going to an important meeting, leaving Yuki alone with Shushu, asking him not to cause any trouble at home until they returned. After they left, Shushu took the opportunity and asked him to play PlayStation with her. She managed to defeat Yuki and kept laughing and mocking him. Suddenly, they heard the sound of one of the demons, and when they went outside, they saw the demon destroying the barrier around the house. The demon was enormous, so Shushu used her magic to enlarge herself and face the demon. She immediately attacked, grabbing the demon's hand and gave it a suplex, slamming it to the ground. Yuki watched from the watchtower, astonished by her strength. Shushu kept attacking the demon until she finally defeated it with one strong kick. Suddenly, another larger demon appeared and attacked her from behind, sending her flying. This demon was twice the size of the previous one. Shushu said she had to defeat it quickly before things got worse. She tried to use her magic to enlarge herself again, but many other demons grabbed her legs and prevented her. We see the large demon hit Shushu with a hard punch, sending her flying. Yuki was shocked and said that it seemed like she couldn't defeat it. However, he couldn't transform either because Kaioyuka wasn't there. He thought quickly and said he had to do something to protect Shushu before she died. Yuki remembered the last time he transformed when Kaioyuka had put her finger in his mouth. He quickly ran inside the house and grabbed Kaioyuka's gloves, thinking that if he put the gloves in his mouth, he could transform. When he tried, he started to change, but then reverted to his original form. He realized he needed something stronger. He took more of Kaioyuka's clothing and found that only his legs changed before returning to normal. We see Shushu continuing to fight the demon, but it's clear that she can't defeat it because of the demon's immense strength. Yuki ran to Kaioyuka's room, searching for something stronger than her clothes so he could transform, and eventually, he found her shoes. A warrior tried to fight the large demon. When he touched it, his body partially transformed, but his head remained normal. He explained that this was a temporary solution and quickly ran toward the demon, attacking it until he delivered a fatal blow that killed it. Another warrior, Shushu, was shocked by his strength and ability to defeat the demon with one punch. However, after that, he couldn't move and soon reverted to his original form. Kaioyuka returned and realized that the barrier around their residence was starting to break. Shushu felt guilty for underestimating the demon and not killing it quickly. Then, the scene shifted, and we saw 3 warriors fleeing from a powerful demon attack. One of them decided to face the demon, asking the others to report to the leaders. However, the demon suddenly attacked and killed him. As the demon was about to eat him, a woman stopped it and threw a magical peach. The woman was searching for Yuki and was convinced he was in Mado. Kaioyuka then brought Yuki back to their world and asked him to wait while she reported what had happened in Mado. Yuki was very impressed by the interdimensional travel, finding it very enjoyable. Kaioyuka wore her usual clothes and said they were on vacation. Yuki, captivated by her beauty, found it strange that such a beautiful woman was the leader who killed demons. Shushu then searched for Yuki and was told that he was on vacation. Shushu felt sad because she had to spend the day without him. Kaioyuka took Yuki to a monument and recalled an incident where many humans were killed by demons in their world. One of the demons was extremely strong, with large horns, and Kaioyuka vowed never to forget its face. Kaioyuka explained that her goal was to find that demon and kill it. She and Yuki returned to Mado, but Yuki wanted a break and some ice cream. Kaioyuka was initially hesitant but eventually agreed. While they were eating, Kaioyuka couldn't stop thinking about Mado. Yuki tried to calm her down, reminding her to enjoy their vacation. Suddenly, they received an alert on Kaioyuka's phone that there was danger in Mado. They immediately returned, and Kaioyuka transformed into a monster, flying toward the magic gate. A small girl saw them and felt frightened. Upon arriving in Mado, they realized there were many demons in a hole about 21 kilometers away. They were surprised because the hole had just appeared. As they approached the hole, they found many demons inside and decided to defeat them using magic. While Kaioyuka's assistants were killing demons, they were attacked by a large horned demon that suddenly appeared. Kaioyuka was shocked to see the demon again. The demon destroyed one of her assistants' cars, and a mysterious girl appeared on top of the demon, asking to join the fight. The girl turned out to be a demon as well and immediately attacked one of Kaioyuka's assistants with great force, sending them flying far away. Kaioyuka immediately attacked the girl with her sword. The girl tried to kill them, but she and the demon managed to dodge her attack. The girl then attempted to avenge her village, and they asked, "Who are you, really?" She replied, "Just consider me a member of the Demon Hunter clan." She had a magical peach from Madu and asked if they had seen her younger sibling. The girl kept attacking quickly, but Yuki skillfully deflected her strikes. As they fought, the strange girl kept talking about her younger sibling. Yuki realized that her power was different from that of a demon and much stronger. Just as the girl was about to mention her sibling's name, another demon suddenly appeared out of nowhere and interrupted their conversation. The girl immediately killed the demon, but Yuki noticed that her gaze was similar to that of his older sister. Kaioyuka decided to attack the girl, but her attack was blocked. The strange girl then used her magic power, delivering a powerful blow that sent Yuki flying far away. She then grabbed Yuki by the hair, but upon getting closer, she realized that Yuki wasn't a demon. Kaioyuka cut the girl's hair with her sword and tried to kill her again, but a unicorn-shaped demon blocked the attack and protected her. The demon carried the girl away and fled. Kaioyuka became furious and called Yuki to chase after them immediately. However, she was shocked to see Yuki busy killing demons that were attacking her servants. After returning to their residence, Kaioyuka reflected on the girl's words and wondered who the sibling she was searching for might be. She was also confused as to why a human could turn into a demon. Meanwhile, Yuki was preparing food and thought, if she's really my sister, why is she attacking humans and siding with the demons? The girl, who turned out to be named Oba, spoke with one of her followers who had managed to heal her wounds. She said she was certain that Yuki, who was with Kaioyuka, was her sibling. She didn't understand how Yuki could have changed so much. Suddenly, two members of the elite team from the Demon Hunter clan appeared before Yuki. One of them didn't like Kaioyuka's servant, and then we see their team leader, named Tenka, speaking with Kaioyuka. Tenka said they should work together and form a single team. One of Tenka's followers, Yetsu, began mocking Himari, Kaioyuka's servant, saying that she had disgraced her family and should stop being a demon hunter and return home. Himari felt deeply insulted by the taunt. Kaioyuka noticed that Himari was angry and challenged Tenka to a competition to see which team was stronger. Yuki was confused about what the challenge meant, so Nini explained that it was a test of strength. Tenka accepted the challenge and said she would prepare her team. Himari then asked Kaioyuka for permission to use her power, and Kaioyuka agreed, reminding her to train hard as the challenge would be very difficult. Kaioyuka then told Yuki that from now on, he would be her servant. They all enjoyed the meal Yuki had prepared, and Himari mentioned that she wanted Yuki to be as skilled in training as he was in cooking. Kaioyuka told Himari that this was her chance to get revenge on her sister. Himari took Yuki to train and explained that weapon transformation was not her only power, and she had many other abilities. She showed him her phone, which had a picture of Kaioyuka, and explained that anyone whose picture was on the phone could have their power used. Suddenly, many demons appeared before them, and Himari began using Kaioyuka's power. They began to merge, but after Yuki transformed, they noticed that his appearance was very different from before. Suddenly, one of the demons attacked them, and Yuki easily dodged the attack, realizing that he had become much faster than when he was with Kaioyuka. However, when he sprinted quickly to attack the demon, he was surprised that the demon was unaffected. Yuki then realized that his physical strength had weakened, but his speed had increased. He began using his newfound speed to continue attacking the demons. Himari admired his speed and said that they would be able to form a very strong team. After the training, on their way home, Yuki began asking Himari about her conflict with her sister. Himari explained that they came from the Uza family, a very prominent family that also had great power. Out of all the siblings, only Himari was considered the failure, which was why she decided to leave home. She also told Yuki that this was her chance to take revenge, but it would be achieved with his help. Himari expressed her ambition to become as strong as the leader, Kyoyuka. Yuki felt that her ambition mirrored his own because, in his world, he was also seen as a failure, and had no real importance, always wishing he could have value and do something meaningful. Yuki agreed to help her. However, Himari told him that he had no other choice because he was a servant here. Yuki then asked about his sister, Yacho's, abilities, and Himari explained that Yacho had a magical power called the Golden Clock. When Yacho activated her power, she could stop time, and even reverse it. Yuki was shocked and realized that the upcoming challenge would be very difficult. The story then shifts to another group, where Yacho is seen furious with her sister and said that this was her chance to take revenge and teach her a lesson. She laughed confidently, certain that they would win the challenge. Back to Yuki, who was training with Himari. Himari began explaining how her sister's magical power worked. She told Yuki that Yacho had to be in a certain position to activate the Golden Clock power. Yuki then said that he would have to use his speed to attack her while she was trying to activate her magic. Himari agreed and said they couldn't give Yacho a chance, because if her magic was activated, they would lose. Himari also suggested that Yuki find a very powerful attack to defeat an opponent in just one strike. She suggested that Yuki focus on his leg strength since he could now move faster. As Yuki focused on his leg strength, his legs became very large, and he began running at even higher speeds. However, when Yuki tried to attack a demon, his attack was still weak. Himari then said that Yuki was too focused on the strength of his legs, making his attacks weak. She suggested they try a few more times, and they would definitely succeed. Shortly after, Kyoyuka arrived to watch their training and noticed that Yuki looked different with Himari compared to when he was with her. Kyoyuka continued to encourage Himari, asking her to focus on Yuki's core strength, and reminded her to always stay close to Yuki to maximize his power. Himari then started telling Yuki to focus on his leg strength, and Yuki realized that a great power was starting to flow through his body. He moved very quickly, and when he attacked one of the demons, he defeated it with just one strike. Kyoyuka was amazed that Himari had unlocked Yuki's hidden strength. Their training continued until the time of the match arrived. Tinka then appeared and said that the time had come to prove that their team was much stronger. Before the match began, Yacho approached Himari and started bothering her as usual, telling her to just give up. Yacho said that no matter how hard Himari tried, she would never be able to defeat her. Himari then remembered all the times she was bullied by Yacho, but Yuki came and told Himari not to pay attention to Yacho's words because they had trained well, and would be able to defeat her in the match. After that, a warrior named Gina from the 10th team appeared and began creating the barrier in which they would compete. Gina told them that the barrier was safe, and even if there were dozens of demons, none could penetrate it. She seemed very excited about the challenge, while Nini continued to cheer on her team. Yuki then asked Nini why she wasn't fighting, and Nini replied that she was there only to provide encouragement. The first battle began between Himari and Yacho. Gina told them that anyone who got injured would be healed as long as they were inside the barrier, so they should use all their strength. Yacho told Himari that she would definitely defeat her in this round and send her home humiliated. Himari prepared herself and said that Yuki would fight as part of her plan. The fight began, and Yacho gave a warning, but before she could finish speaking, Yuki had already run at great speed and attacked her. Yacho quickly activated her magic power, stopping time and rewinding it by 5 seconds. Himari immediately realized that Yacho had used her ability. She started feeling fatigue and weariness, and when attacked again by Yaitsu, she realized that Yaitsu had changed her attack strategy from the first time. Then we saw Himari and Yuki floating in the air to attack and strike her. Yaitsu said to her, "If you think I haven't developed my skills since the last time we met, you're wrong." She also said, as long as they're flying in the air, they can't change direction, and this will be my opportunity to strike. Then she used a time-stopping spell and attacked them while they were still in the air. When she prepared to shoot them with her gun, she was surprised because they were not in the same place and were even far from her. She began running towards them, but 5 seconds passed, and Himari felt that this plan would succeed. She said, "Every time Yaitsu uses her magic power, we have to change the way we attack." She continued moving very quickly around her to distract her. Yuki sensed that Himari was very excited about this battle and was eager to win. He remembered when Himari said that she wanted to be as strong as their leader, Kyoyuka. Because of this, Yuki pushed himself to support her and increased his speed. When Yaesu attacked them with her weapon, they managed to avoid her strikes. Yaesu said, "This plan of yours won't last long." Then we saw Tenka, who was watching the battle, very surprised by Yuki's strength. She said, "I never imagined someone could have such power." Even Himari felt that Yuki was connected to her and showing all his strength, so she thought that she shouldn't intimidate Yuki anymore and should apologize after the battle. Himari began thinking of a plan and said, "Every time Yaesu uses her power, she takes an odd defensive stance, and we need to take advantage of that position to attack quickly or escape. If Yaesu used her power too often, her strength would weaken, and we would be able to defeat her." However, Yaesu knew what Himari was thinking, so she activated her magic power again. This time, she stopped time for 10 seconds and ran towards them, using that time to her advantage. She managed to get close to them and fired her gun. After 10 seconds passed, we saw Yuki and Himari fall to the ground. Yaesu approached them, mocking them, and said, "I've managed to enhance my power and extend my time stopping ability to 10 seconds. Meanwhile, the sixth group continued to support Himari, encouraging her to get up and continue the fight. Himari began to feel hopeless, thinking that she had lost this challenge. However, Yuki got back up and said to her, "We can't give up, we have to win this challenge." He said, "If you look at your sister's face, you'll realize that she's starting to feel tired, which means she won't be able to use her power against us anymore." Himari then stood up again, and we saw Kyoyuka very happy, thinking that they might win this time. Yaesu said to Yuki, "Don't try to embarrass your leader, because you can't possibly win." Himari continued to encourage Yuki and said that they were nearing the end. They soon attacked Yaesu to deliver the final blow. However, Yaesu began to prepare to activate her magic power again. This time, Yuki and Himari created a very bright light to distract her. Despite this, Yaesu managed to activate her power, and as she prepared to strike them again, she was surprised to see Yuki standing in front of her with a thick mist behind him, and she couldn't see where Himari was. She fired several shots into the air, not knowing if they would hit or not. When 5 seconds passed, it turned out that Yaesu was the one hit by her own bullets, and we saw Himari underneath her, managing to shoot her with her own weapon. However, we also learned that the bullets Yaesu fired had hit Yuki, and Yaesu fell to the ground, defeated in the battle. At that moment, Kyoyuka was overjoyed because Himari had managed to defeat her and avenge herself. Kyoyuka said, "They were able to avoid my attacks very well and collaborate excellently, which is why they were able to win this round." We see Gina, a fighter, begin to take care of Yuki, saying, "As long as you're inside the barrier, I can heal you easily." Then we switch to Yaesu, who is being treated, and she recalls a time when she was seriously ill with the flu, and Himari visited her. She feels that Himari is a very kind person and realizes she needs to change how she treats her. Yaesu goes to her, apologizes, and congratulates her on winning the challenge. Afterward, we see the leader, Tenka, speaking to Yaesu, saying that she underestimated her opponent, which is why she lost. She adds, "If not for the barrier that healed you, you would have lost from the beginning of the challenge." Tenka is very impressed by Yuki's strength and wishes there was someone like him on their team. Next, we move to the second round, which takes place between Shashu and the fighter Sahari from another group. However, Sahari appears very sleepy and unfocused. As she prepares to start the fight, we see 3 demons standing in the distance, watching their battle. The challenge between Shashu and Seiri begins, and we know that Shashu and Seiri both possess great physical strength, so the fight will be tough. Shashu then goes to Yuki and says, "Watch my prowess now, you'll be amazed by my strength." Leader Tenka tells Lecho, "Since you lost in the previous challenge, you can now support Seiri." As they stand face to face, Shashu starts taunting Seiri, saying, "What do you think if I defeat you without using my magic powers?" The challenge begins, and Seiri rushes to kick Shashu, but Shashu catches her and throws her to the ground. The two of them fight fiercely, displaying great physical power. Seiri begins to feel tired and considers using her magic powers. Yaesu is seen supporting Seiri, and she asks Tenka, "How long do you think it will take for Seiri to beat Shashu?" Tenka replies, "In 1 to 3 minutes." Shashu prepares for Seiri's transformation and also enlarges her body into a giant. Seiri is surprised by Shashu's size, but she activates her special magic called Mad Sheep. Seiri becomes filled with intense magical energy, and when Shashu attacks her, Seiri dodges the blow and delivers a powerful strike, knocking Shashu to the ground. Gina then explains Seiri's power, which can enhance her strength for a certain period, ranging from 1 minute to 1 hour. The shorter the time, the stronger she becomes. Shushu, angry, tries to attack Seiri again, but Seiri counters by striking her legs. Seiri picks up a rock and throws it at Shushu until she passes out, then delivers a strong punch to her stomach. As Shushu falls to the ground, Seiri notices Yuki, who looks concerned for her, motivating her to continue fighting. Seiri tells Shushu, "You'd better give up, you can't defeat me." Shushu then recalls her school days when her friends had boyfriends, but she didn't, which is why she joined the demon hunting team. Back in the fight, Shushu gets up and enlarges her body again, leaping towards Seiri with the intent to crush her. Everyone is shocked by Shushu's massive size. As Shushu falls onto Seiri, everyone thinks the fight is over and that Seiri is definitely defeated. But Seiri rises again with even greater strength. Lecho explains that this is Seiri's special ability. Even if she's knocked out, if her power is still active, she can keep fighting. Seiri charges at Shushu with incredible speed, grabs her, and throws her with immense force. Yuki is amazed by Seiri's incredible power. Shushu, now enormous, is unable to move and loses the challenge. Lecho cheers for Seiri's victory and says, "It's because I kept encouraging her." Gina then uses her healing powers to heal Shushu and apologizes to leader Kyoyuka. Kyoyuka says, "I don't want you to feel sad. We'll talk about your loss later." Shushu walks away, saddened by her defeat, especially because Yuki witnessed it. Later, Nini uses her tracking power and senses that there are powerful demons around them. When the demons realize they've been discovered, they warn that the real battle is about to begin. Suddenly, the demons appear in large numbers and attack the barrier. Himari is confused as to why they've appeared at this time. As they begin to break through the barrier, Gina confidently says that the demons won't be able to destroy it. However, one demon, in human form, attacks the barrier with great force and shatters it. The demon says, "Prepare yourselves, you will all die now." Kyoyuka orders everyone to get ready because the battle is about to begin. Tenka quickly moves those who can't fight to safety. The fight against the demons begins, and they all fight together. Kyoyuka attacks a large demon and manages to kill it. Shushu enlarges her body again and starts flying among the demons, destroying them one by one. As one demon attacks Shushu, Seiri also transforms and says, "You are my enemy." When Seiri turns her hand into a machine gun, the demon easily deflects her bullets with its hand. It strikes her with a powerful lightning attack, but her sister, Yacho, manages to save her at the last moment. She says that this demon is very strong and different from any demons they've killed before. Yacho signals Yuki to join her, then tells the demon, "I'm going to turn you into shawarma now." Then we see Kyo, who is busy killing demons with Yuki, but Himari arrives and wants to join Yuki too. Yuki wonders how two people can join him, but Kyoyuka loves the idea and approves. As Himari joins him, we see Yuki transform into a very strange form, but he gains incredible strength and feels immense energy. He recalls a powerful attack from Alba and says, "I can use an attack like that too," then releases a massive blast from his mouth that destroys all the demons. Himari and Kyoyuka are amazed and say it's clear that the power Yuki gained after they joined him is immense. After Tenka moved the members who couldn't fight, she decided to return to the battlefield. She said that she never liked losing. Kyoyuka continued to slaughter demons ferociously as usual. Gina stood beside Nini and cheered enthusiastically. She said that Kyoyuka had trained very hard alone before obtaining the power of the magical peach, so she deserved the position of leader. Meanwhile, the human demon continued using his lightning powers to attack Yacho, but each time Yacho stopped time to dodge the attack. Yacho said that his efforts were useless, and it was impossible for him to hit her, but on the last attack, he used his power to rewind time and managed to strike Yacho. He approached her and unleashed a massive amount of energy from his body, intending to kill her. We then see Yacho standing in front of him, extremely exhausted from overusing her powers. The demon began releasing a massive amount of energy from its mouth to attack her, but suddenly Tenka appeared out of nowhere and saved Yacho. The demon was shocked, not knowing how Tenka appeared so suddenly. After that, Tenka told Yacho to rest and said, "Leave the task of defeating this demon to me." The demon mocked her, saying that Tenka wouldn't be able to fight his entire army alone. However, Tenka laughed and asked, "Where is your army?" When the mist around them cleared, all the demons were already dead. Tenka said she had made sure that no demons would interfere with the battle that was about to begin. The demon began to realize that Tenka had immense power, and he became excited to fight her. We then returned to Yuki, who was busy killing demons after joining Himari and Kyoyuka, but they were puzzled as to why the number of demons kept increasing and never seemed to end. Kyoyuka got angry, drew her sword, and began slaughtering the demons. Meanwhile, Sari and Shushu, who had also joined, used their magical powers to kill demons. We then returned to the giant human demon, who challenged them all to fight him so that he could finish them quickly and not waste time. Tenka merely laughed, thinking the demon was overly arrogant. The demon attacked Tenka with a massive amount of magical power, but Tenka immediately opened a time gate and vanished. She then appeared behind him and tried to strike, but her attack didn't succeed. The demon said that even if her attack landed, he wouldn't be hurt because his body was made of steel. He then attacked with 3 fireballs, but Tenka once again used the time gate, disappeared, and reappeared behind him. After that, she used a very strange magic and created a powerful black hole. The hole began pulling the demon in, but the demon quickly escaped, though his hand was injured. We see Gina and Nini from a distance, pleased to see that their commander was handling the demon and his leaders. Returning to the human demon, who was growing tired, he unleashed a massive amount of magical energy from his body, saying he would destroy Tenka and leave nothing behind. He continued to attack with incredibly powerful lightning and said that Tenka couldn't possibly dodge his attacks. Himari became worried, but Kyoyuka reassured her, saying that Himari didn't seem to know how great Tenka's power truly was. When the demon's lightning stopped, he saw that Tenka was still standing before him and said, "Where's the extraordinary power you claimed would destroy me?" Then, she struck the demon with a powerful blow. The demon was shocked, as he was sent flying with just one punch. Tenka quickly moved through her magic gate and performed her secret spell, creating a massive black hole in the sky. The hole began sucking in the human demon and all the demons around, destroying them in a single strike. The commanders were amazed by the immense power Tenka possessed. Kyoyuka proudly declared that one day she would become the supreme leader of the demon slayers. When they regrouped, they said that Nini's report showed that at one time, a judge had said there were demons around them. But strangely, those demons suddenly disappeared. The judge apologized, saying that his tracking ability wasn't fast enough to detect them before they got close and attacked. Kyoyuka reassured him and said, "Don't worry, maybe they had the ability to hide themselves. That's why you couldn't find them." Fortunately, they were able to locate the demons at the last moment. We then see Gina, who was very impressed with Yuki's fighting. She quickly handed him a piece of paper and said, "I want your autograph as a keepsake." After that, Himari went to see Yichu and thanked her for her help in the last battle against the demons. Yichu had saved her from death. However, as usual, Yichu remained cold and arrogant toward her. Later, Tenka told Kyoyuka that they would postpone their challenge against each other until the demon issue was resolved. Their last fight had ended in a draw. After that, Tenka took her team away, but she glanced at Yuki with a look that clearly showed her interest. It seemed that Tenka was very intrigued by him. We also see Nini drawing pictures of the demon leaders she had seen through her magical powers. When Yuki looked at the drawings, he noticed that one of them resembled his sister. As night fell and Yuki lay in bed, he wondered, why wasn't the demon that resembled my sister with them last time? Are they a separate group, or is there another reason? The next day, Kyoyuka took Himari and Yuki to visit Tenka. Yuki noticed that the building they lived in was similar to their own team's headquarters. Kyoyuka explained that all demon-slaying team headquarters were built in a similar way. When they arrived, Yuki began his daily tasks such as cleaning, washing, and cooking. When he entered Yichu's room, he was shocked to see pictures of Himari everywhere. Yuki felt scared and immediately ran out. Meanwhile, Himari went to the gym and found Yichu training intensely. Her friend, Sahari, said that since their last challenge, Yichu seemed to be living in the gym. The two of them began bickering, as usual, because they never got along. On the other hand, Tenka and Kyoyuka discussed the last demon attack. Tenka said that since the last battle, none of them had reappeared. Kyoyuka agreed, saying they couldn't wait too long and needed to search the place again on their own. Tenka agreed, as it was the first time they had encountered a demon in human form. They wondered, are there other demons in human form like him, or is he the only one? Tenka then told Kyoyuka that she felt the human demon they faced was still alive. It turned out that the demon was indeed still alive, and his name was Rain. We also see a female demon with him named Shikoku, who saved him at the last second from the black abyss created by Tenka. Rain was upset and said, "I could have continued the fight just fine." But Shikoku replied, "You lost the battle the moment all your followers were killed." After that, Shikoku said that after a small test they conducted on the leaders of the demon slayers, they concluded that in their current state, the demons could not defeat the demon slayers. They decided to wait until all 8 members of their team gathered before attacking again. At the Demon Slayer's headquarters, Tenka was impressed with Yuki's performance and told Kyoyuka that she liked Yuki and wanted him to stay longer at their base. In return, Tenka would give her vote to Kyoyuka in the election for the supreme leader of the Demon Slayer team. However, Kyoyuka declined the offer, saying she would become the leader with her own strength, not with anyone's help. Later, Kyoyuka gathered her team and tested whether Yuki could join Nini and Shushu to measure his strength. Yuki agreed, and as soon as he joined with Nini, his appearance changed drastically. Although his speed and strength decreased, his vision and hearing became much sharper. Kyoyuka said, "You've gained Nini's powers." When Yuki used his enhanced sight, he could see his team without clothes. Kyoyuka explained that with Nini's ability, it would be easier for Yuki to find demons. Next was Shushu's turn, and when Yuki merged with her, he transformed into a giant stone monster. His physical strength increased significantly, but his movements became very slow. Kyoyuka realized that merging with Shushu wouldn't be beneficial since they needed someone fast and strong. Suddenly, Nini remembered she had to go to school and rushed off. To make it on time, Yuki decided to go with her. On the way, he asked her, "What made you join the Demon Slayer team?" She replied that her parents suddenly disappeared, and the cause was a Maru gate that opened in the city. Since then, she had been searching for them. After trying a peach, she discovered she had the ability to search, so she decided to join the Demon Slayer team to find her parents. Later, we see Yuki with Kyoyuka and Tenka when suddenly they hear cries for help from Himari and Shushu. Without hesitation, Tenka opened a quick teleportation portal. When they arrived, they found many gates open, and demons began to pour out. Yuki quickly joined Kyoyuka, and they began fighting the demons, killing many of them. However, they encountered a group of demons that merged to form one large demon. When Yuki attacked and sliced it in half, he was shocked to see the demon had regenerative abilities. With Kyoyuka's help, Yuki used all his strength and managed to kill it. At that moment, we see Shikoku standing above, watching them while saying that the idea of transforming demons like this wasn't a bad one. Over time, they could create stronger demons. She began formulating a new plan to enhance the demon's power to defeat the demon slayers. The battle continued, and Yuki and Kyoyuka kept exterminating the demons until they were all gone. Kyoyuka felt Yuki's combat skills had improved significantly. When they returned to headquarters, they held a small celebration for Yuki. They asked about his sister, and Yuki recalled a childhood memory when two kids were bullying him and were about to hit him. However, his sister stepped in to defend him. One of the kids ran toward her, but his sister knocked him to the ground with a suplex. Yuki then managed to hit the second kid. Back in the present, Yuki said that his sister was very strong and always motivated him to be brave and never afraid. Suddenly, while they were sitting, Fighter Ni sensed someone in great danger nearby, being chased by demons. They decided to split the team and move quickly to rescue the person. Himari and Shushu arrived and realized the girl was being chased by demons. Himari immediately used her weapon to kill them all. However, as she approached the girl to check on her, the girl suddenly punched Himari hard in the stomach, sending her flying. It turned out that the girl was a demon and a follower of Oba, Yuki's sister. Fortunately, Himari managed to block the punch with her strong shield. The demon's name was Coco, and she said, "Get ready, I'm going to finish you off now." She summoned a bear-like monster to help her fight. At the same time, we see Yuki standing in front of a mirror, noticing his body had become stronger, with muscles beginning to show. Suddenly, Kyoyuka entered and said, "This isn't the time to admire yourself in the mirror. We need to move now because someone is in danger." Back with Himari, she kept shooting at the monster with her weapon, but her attacks had no effect. Coco then said, "This monster's body is very tough and isn't affected by bullets." Himari then summoned a large weapon and shot at the monster, but Coco and the monster managed to escape at the last second. Then Coco attacked Himari. At that moment, we see fighter Shushu deciding to help Himari, but she was suddenly attacked by a strange demon. Shushu used her magic to enlarge her body, but the demon turned out to be very strong and had a weapon. From inside the monster, a female demon emerged, hiding within it. The female demon immediately attacked Shushu with a powerful punch, sending her flying. Meanwhile, Kyoyuka joins Yuki on a journey to rescue Himari and Shushu. However, they are confronted by Aoba, Yuki's sister. Of course, Yuki recognizes her. Aoba immediately uses her magical hair powers and captures Yuki. She tells Kyoyuka, "I have already achieved my goal." She summons demons from underground to fight Kyoyuka. After Kyoyuka defeats the demons, she is shocked to find that Aoba has disappeared along with Yuki. She realizes that Aoba's goal from the beginning was to kidnap Yuki. They begin planning a way to rescue Yuki. While Yuki is asleep, he dreams about the time when his sister was kidnapped right before his eyes when he was a child. Upon waking, he is surprised to see Alba standing in front of him. Alba quickly runs to him and hugs him, saying, "I missed you so much." Yuki is confused by the situation. Alba says, "Put your clothes on, I'll tell you everything later." She takes him outside and introduces Yuki to the place where they are, a hidden village. This hidden city exists only in Mato, but no one knows about it. In this hidden city, there are many demons who take human form. Then Alba's assistants arrive and introduce themselves to Yuki. They learn that the first demon is named Coco and the second demon is named Yuna. Yuna tells Coco that their situation is different from the other demons in Mato because they are half human and half demon. Yuna also tells Alba that their souls remain human and have not changed. Yuki then says, "Why don't you tell Kaioyuka about this and work with her?" But they get angry when they hear the name Phyla, the demon slayer, which makes Yuki immediately feel afraid and ask, "Why have you changed like this? Weren't you fine before?" Alba explains that Phyla had killed those demons, who were their enemies, and they could never work together with them. The story then shifts to Phyla's headquarters, the Demon Slayer. There, we see Himari tending to Shushu's wounds, and we also see Naya failing to track Yuki's location with her magic powers. When they ask about Kaioyuka, they learn that since their return, she has locked herself in her room. But suddenly, Kaioyuka emerges and says, "Let's go find Yuki. I have a good plan." We then see Yuki sitting with his sister while she eats a peach. Yuki asks, "Is your power and appearance because of the peach?" His sister replies, "That's not the main reason, but it's part of it." Then we see Tenka and her team arriving at Kaioyuka's place to help her search for Yuki. Back with Yuki and his sister, Alba, she is about to tell the reason why they became like that. However, Yuna interrupts, saying she will explain everything to Yuki. Yuna then tells her story, and we learn that she used to love painting. One day, she was suddenly transported to the world of Mato. When she found many demons around her, she ran toward a peach and ate it. A large explosion occurred after she ate the fruit. However, when she regained consciousness, she found herself in a secret laboratory conducting experiments on humans in Mato. This secret lab was trying to find a way to exterminate the demons in Mato but was willing to sacrifice many humans. Yuna was one of the victims of these experiments, and after undergoing the experiments, she transformed into a half-demon, half-human. After that, Yuna managed to escape from the lab and realized she had very strange powers after becoming like this. One of her abilities was that she could pass through anyone's body. Alba, Yuki's sister, experienced the same thing, which is why they hold a deep grudge against the secret organization that conducted experiments on humans in Mato. They swore to destroy that secret lab and take revenge on everyone in it for what they had suffered. Each of them summoned their demon, and they told Yuki that their demons were stronger than the ordinary demons he had seen in Mato. Yuki then asked, "Why don't you ask Phyla, the demon slayer, to help protect you?" Alba replied, "Do you think Phyla, the demon slayer, doesn't know about the secret organization? It's possible that they are working with them. They also said that this was their problem, and they would deal with it themselves." Meanwhile, we see Kaioyuka and Tenka, along with their team, searching for Yuki. Kaioyuka is able to sense Yuki's presence because they used to train together. They reach a certain place, and Kaioyuka says that Yuki is underground. Suddenly, many demons emerge from the ground, but Icho quickly steps up to face them and tells the others, "Don't bother fighting them, focus on finding Yuki." Then Coco appears with her demon and says to them, "You are my prey now." Coco's demon attacks them, but Sari immediately counters with her magical power. She captures the demon and decides to challenge it together with Shushu. On the other side, Kaioyuka and Tenka are in the hidden underground village searching for Yuki. However, suddenly Yuna's demon monster appears in front of them. Tight, Himi, and the others decide to fight it while Kaioyuka and Tenka continue their search for Yuki. Tenka opens her magic portal, and they finally find Yuki. Alba is shocked that they managed to find their hiding place, but Tenka wastes no time and immediately uses her magic portal to take Yuki away. Afterward, Alba catches up to them, and just as she is about to attack, Yuki stops her and asks that she tell them about her suffering. He says, "They will surely help you." The story then continues with the battle between Shushu and Sari against Coco's demon. Each of them uses their magic powers to start the duel. Meanwhile, Himari and Yate are also fighting against Yuna's demon monster. However, Yuna hides in the walls and continues to observe them to learn about their magic powers. Himari tries to shoot Yuna's monster with her rifle, but it doesn't work. Then, we shift to Yuki. Alba had told them everything, but he didn't fully trust them. When they offered to help, Alba refused to cooperate and used his magical hair powers to bind Yuki. He summoned a giant rhino monster, and when Kaioyuka saw it, she immediately recognized it as the monster that had killed her village's residents. Kaioyuka drew her sword and vowed to destroy it. Meanwhile, Aoba decided to challenge Tenka, the leader. Next, we move to the demon Coco's battle against Sayori. It turns out Coco had extremely fast and powerful attacks, but since he struck randomly, Sayori tried to deliver a hard blow. Unfortunately, Coco's body was so sticky that the attack had no effect. Coco then delivered a strong kick that sent Sayori flying. Just as the monster Coco was about to devour Sayori, Shushu suddenly appeared, holding the monster with both hands. When Shushu tried to crush the monster, she was shocked to find its body was incredibly hard, with not a single scratch. At that moment, Yetsuo used his ability to stop time, approached Yo's monster, and fired several bullets into the monster's head, finally taking it down. However, Yetsuo was startled when he saw the demon Yuna holding his sister, Himari. Back at the battle between Aoba and Tenka, Aoba unleashed a powerful magic attack, but Tenka opened a magic portal and vanished into it. The giant rhino attacked Kaioyuka, but Kaioyuka managed to deflect the attack, injuring the monster's hand. Kaioyuka continued to slash the monster with her sword, yelling that she would make it suffer for killing the villagers. Meanwhile, Tenka opened a black portal to suck Aoba into it, but Aoba moved extremely fast. Every time Aoba attacked, Tenka dodged using her time portals. Aoba then decided to eat a peach that granted him great power, allowing him to move even faster. However, Tenka continued to slip through her magic portals. Meanwhile, Coco's monster kept attacking Shushu and Sayori, leaving them helpless. They eventually devised a clever strategy. Shushu shrank her body and started running with Sayori, while Coco's monster chased them. Sayori then threw Shushu into the monster's mouth. Once inside, Shushu used her magic powers to destroy the monster from within. At the same time, Sayori used all her strength to attack Coco with the broken fang of the monster, which amplified her magic, delivering a powerful blow to Coco, defeating him. However, Coco had a strange healing ability through his saliva. Back to the fight between Yetsuo and Himari. Yetsuo used his ability to stop time again, rewinding 5 seconds to save his sister. Yetsuo tried to predict where Yuna would appear to strike her first, but time ran out. Yetsuo was attacked from all directions by Yuna, and because he was worried about Himari, he couldn't focus. Himari then told her brother that she had developed a new ability after their last challenge, using her hair to launch multiple cannons that destroyed the area they were in, allowing them to locate Yuna. They found Yuna, and Yetsuo once again rewound time to shoot Yuna with his gun. Returning to Aoba and Tenka's battle, Tenka got the idea to open a magic portal and make Aoba appear in front of Kaioyuka so she could kill him. The plan worked, and Kaioyuka attacked Aoba with her sword. Aoba moved so fast that no one could track him, but Tenka had memorized his movements and used her black portal to trap him. Strangely, Tenka hesitated to kill Aoba, giving him a chance to counterattack. When Aoba managed to knock down Tenka, he asked why she hesitated to finish him off. Tenka replied that she was afraid of hurting Yuki's feelings if she killed Aoba. Aoba then said he would forgive Tenka this time and gave her a chance to escape. Suddenly, Yuna and Coco, who had been defeated by Tenka's and Kaioyuka's allies, were surprised when the roof of the place they were in collapsed, and the demon queen Shikoku appeared. Shikoku said they had found their location because of the loud noise they made during the battle. One of Shikoku's aides was seen holding Aoba's assistant, and Shikoku ordered them to be taken for testing. Shikoku declared that she was the demon queen of Mato and that her power was different from the demons they had faced before in Mato. However, Aoba didn't care and said, "Even if you're the demon queen, I will defeat you." As Aoba rushed to attack her, his pet, a unicorn, charged. We learn that the demon queen, Shikoku, had managed to poison the unicorn with her snake venom, making it obedient to her. She also unlocked the unicorn's full power, transforming it into a terrifying beast on a rampage. The unicorn charged rapidly to finish off Aoba, but suddenly Yuki appeared and stopped its attack. He fused with Kaioyuka, and we see Kaioyuka tell Yuki, "Stay strong, because we're about to face a powerful battle." A fierce fight ensued between them, and Kaioyuka was determined to defeat the unicorn since it had killed her villagers. We also see Shikoku's aide say that there was no way their creature could lose, and then she left with Aoba's assistant. The unicorn prepared to deliver a powerful blow to Yuki, but Yuki managed to counter it and even broke its arm. However, strangely, the unicorn grew even angrier and transformed into a bizarre creature resembling a crab. The creature then attacked Yuki with a tremendous charge that sent him flying. As the crab-like creature attempted to attack again, Yuki managed to grab its horn and bite it. Kaioyuka then soared with her sword and broke the unicorn's horn. Yuki then jumped on top of it, bound it with his chains, and said to Kaioyuka, "This is your chance to finish it." Without hesitation, Kaioyuka recalled her past memories when she lived with her village before the unicorn killed them all. Kaioyuka then delivered a fatal blow and destroyed the unicorn. Meanwhile, Shikoku disappeared into the ground, stating that the captain of Team 7 from Vela, the demon Quatra, possessed immense power, but the one who caught his interest the most was Yuki. He promised to return to them later, but not now. After that, Tenka appeared in a very disheveled state, and Aoba apologized to her, deciding to cooperate until they found Shikoku and took revenge. Yuki, Tenka, and Kaioyuka then returned to their headquarters. Minnie was happy to see them safe. After that, we moved to Shikoku's secret base, where they were preparing a new experiment on Yuna, involving a strange monster meant to merge with her. Yuki sat in his room with a memento from his sister, Aoba, and he recalled their last conversation where Aoba said she wouldn't cooperate with them again until she saved her friends, Coco and Yuna. Yuki felt he couldn't leave her alone and decided to help her. He set off with Kaioyuka, and they continued to slay all the demons in Mato until they reached the demon queen, Shikoku, to finish her off. Will they succeed? We will find out in the second season. And with that, the first season of Yuki's story comes to an end.